All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, welcome to My Health, Your Health with Mr. Keith Davis and Kevin Vaughan and our beautiful guest today. This is part of the network where we talk about Care Beyond, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best health and wellness networks on the planet. And our goal is to help get you educated and help you get more information about Care Beyond today, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to turn this over to Mr. Keith Davis in a few seconds. I want to first of all thank the network for being with us today. And thank you so much for joining us, those all across the globe and all in the network right now. We want you guys to share this out. We want you guys to also respond later on to this as well. But before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, I tell people, guys, I have a lot of fun. I am not a doctor, okay, but we got some doctors that know what they talked about, okay? So I'm gonna read you some information from our Care Beyond website as well. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, you probably heard about CBD and its potential health benefits by now. Care Beyond natural supplements combine pure CBD isolates and ancient proven natural remedies to achieve the optimum targeted health response, ladies and gentlemen. Care Beyond is where ancient natural remedies meet modern health science. This is created by physicians, ladies and gentlemen. Care Beyond is created by physicians, promotes balance and wellness, synergistic formulas, and pharmaceutical grade products, ladies and gentlemen. Care Beyond by health professionals, our products have been best possible ingredients. They have the best possible ingredients for your wellness. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, ladies and gentlemen. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. We always tell you to check with your doctor in these areas. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to some and present to others my business partner, Mr. Keith Davis. Mr. Keith Davis, thank you so much for being with us, man.
Hey, how you doing, Kevin? How you doing, Mr. Ronaldo? Mr. Alvarez, Kim Law, and Ronaldo Alvarez. Great business partners, and literally, if you want to know anything about Care Beyond, I go to these individuals. Anything you want to know about technology, that's where I get my technology expertise from. Is Mr. Kevin Vaughan. And I just want to say that I came on board with Care Beyond. It'll be a year on July 26th, and literally, I needed to know something, and someone told me, call Miss Kim Long, and she owned the nutritional business, I believe, for over 13 years. And so I just needed to know more because they said, hey, ancient natural remedies meet modern science. Well, Miss Kim Long, you shared that with me. I called someone, they asked you all the questions, I put my phone on mute, and the rest is history. And Mr. Alvarez, he has a testimonial call at 7 o'clock every Monday. Tonight is going to be my 29th Monday that I came on to this testimonial call. And I tell you what, that's the reason we have testimonial here on Keith and Kevin show, because I just want his network and everyone else to know that Care Beyond is where ancient natural remedies meet modern science. Yeah. And before we go further, I'm going to introduce Mr. Ronaldo Alvarez, and he will tell you and introduce his dad, which he is called the Miracle Man by his doctors. But I want Mr. Alvarez to introduce his dad because you definitely want to hear this. Mr. Alvarez, Ronaldo.
Keith, thank you so much for the introduction. I'm humbled, and to be honest, yes, we've been already 29 testimony Mondays calls on Zoom, and I definitely can tell you that it's been life-changing. It's been an amazing learning experience. So many wonderful things that come out of that call, because these are people that, just like you and I, that have different type of situations, issues, or know somebody that had these type of circumstances, issues, or problems, and they try these products, and all of a sudden, what we normally say, the miracle happens, and when that happens, we just invite them to come and share, and every week there's always somebody that comes into our call that is new, that is fresh, and has a new testimony to give about how these amazing products are actually working. Now, the greatest thing about this is that there's no gimmicks. We're not trying to sell anything. We're trying to educate, and we're trying to present something that is natural. See, everything that we need for the body is in the earth. And fortunately for us, we have it, but we have turned away from it and believe that a lot of stuff, and this is my personal opinion, the medication is the answer. And in all honesty, when you start to look and you start to do your research and you go to Google and look for a reputable source, you can see the side effects of some of these medical products that or medications that are given to you. They do more harm than good. For a headache, I don't know if people know this, but you can have potential, blood in your stool. So we're trying to cure your headache, but then we're giving you an issue in your digestive system. So I mean, this is just one of many examples, and not to name different companies because there's a lot of companies out there trying to avoid lawsuits and stuff or any type of craziness like that. But I definitely can tell you is that if you look it up and you put, and I'm going to give you a homework out there for the people out there that are listening and that are watching, is go into whatever product you are taking and put what are the side effects on Google, and you will be highly amazed at the stuff that you're going to find. There is a specific product out there that I used to take, and I can definitely tell you that I was taking that product as a veteran, and one thing I can definitely tell you is that if you take that product for long term, the potential side effect that it can cause you is that you can break your bones. You will have fractures of the bone in the main areas, hip and spine. I know, and that's just to take a medication to help you with your acid reflux. So we cure acid reflux when we break your bones. How incredible is that? That is amazing. But enough about that. If you're really interested about learning about these things, tune in to our testimony call. Is every Monday at 7:00 Eastern time, 4:00 West Coast time, right? But enough about this testimony call. What I really want, is give the opportunity to introduce this man. He's been my mentor. He's been my hero. He's been an inspiration to me, an inspiration in my past, in my present, and definitely in my future. And when you hear his testimony, he is the reason why I decided to turn to do something for myself and health products. And if you're interested in finding out those things, tune into my call and you'll be able to understand what a turnaround I've made as a person. See, my dad, he was diagnosed with cancer. Now, the doctors wrote him off. Doctors told him he had 18 to 24 months to live if he ate right and multiple chemotherapies. Now, here's the thing. We tried to get a second opinion. The second opinion told us he didn't even have 18 months. The way that it was growing in 8 months, his tumor doubled from the size of an orange, which is 3.0 centimeters in his liver, to 7.2. That's the size of a grapefruit. So I don't know about you. He had a lot of pain and everything, but I'm not going to go into the testimony. I'll let him do that part. But one thing I can tell you is that wait till you hear this amazing story and what the turn of events and what happened when we took a leap of faith, decided to use the Care Beyond products and go natural. So, Dad, you're on mute right now. If you can unmute yourself, I will let him talk to you about these amazing results. And I hope if you going through the same type of situation that you take the leap of faith that we took. We don't guarantee anything, but one thing we can guarantee is that this statement is absolutely factual and true. So as soon as he unmutes, I'll let him let you know what's going on here. And there he is.
Hi, everyone. How you doing?
Hey.
God bless you. See, I was diagnosed with liver cancer. I had a big pain, so it was too hard, horrible pain. So I went to this doctor. They sent me to another one. They sent me to another one, but they sent me to another hospital, and they gave me a big needle through my liver to see if they could demolish the tumor. So I spoke to Ronaldo, and they did. They put that needle in my liver. I spoke to Ronaldo. He introduced me to those products. And before that, I was 4 days in bed. I couldn't get up. I was hoping, I go this way, I was going to die. But those products as soon as I started taking them, I try to do a push-up because I do a lot of push-ups. I do exercise. I couldn't do one. I started crying. I was ready to go to die. So Ronaldo introduced me to those products, and with the help of God and those products, I'm cancer-free, and the tumor disappeared, only a little bit maybe. Those products, they really work, believe me. And I feel like a young man, because I was depressed. I was waiting to die. You know, when they tell you you have that sickness, it's hard to make it. But those products, they really work. And I got the proofs and everything in the papers that I could show them. This is no gimmick. They really work. People say sometimes they don't take care of their health because it's a little expensive. But those products, they work so good that if you don't, if they're not good for you, they give you your money back. So they really work, believe me. And I feel like a young man now. You see me now? You see, my hair even got black.
And how old are you, Dan?
73, going on 74.
Yeah.
I feel like only Sylvester Stallone could manage me.
You know, and one of the craziest and one of the biggest blessings about this is that, you know, he was, as I said before, he was given 18 months to live, at best 18 to 24 months, and then the other doctor said he had less than 18 months. Well, today is month 19, and he is still in remission.
I feel better now. Thank God.
So, you know,
God and Ronaldo and those brothers, they kept me alive. Maybe I last 100 years more, because when you die at a certain time and you don't die, you keep surviving. God wants you here for a purpose.
That's absolutely true. You know, and when he decided to take this leap of faith, I never had an idea. I just hoped, I prayed. I was like, you know what? I hope that the growing stops. If the growing gets the tumor to stop growing, then we can prolong his life for a little bit longer. Who knows how long? Maybe it could reduce it a little bit. As I was doing my research through Google and everything, it's amazing what you can find when you look at reputable sources, where it says that CBD can actually help with reducing the tumors, you know, and the cancerous tumors. They're never going to say it's going to help. You see, every single body's different, and everybody reacts differently to different things. But when somebody writes you off, you have an obligation. You have to make a selfish decision for yourself to do everything you can to live. And when you do it naturally, you might be surprised at the results. What do you have to lose if they're writing you off? You have nothing to lose, everything to gain. And we decided to take that leap of faith. And Dan, I'm so glad you did, because we get to enjoy you more. We get to enjoy you for a little bit longer, you know. And I remember there's people that are skeptical out there, and I talk to people about this testimony, and they tell me, like, you know what, just call me after the 18 months and see if he don't die. You know, that's like a slap in the face. What I'm here to tell those people, and I'm going to keep it PG, okay? But I'm definitely going to tell you, the proof is in the pudding, and we are 19 months. We're already 1 month ahead, and he's still in remission, and he's working out, and he's doing way better than 10 years ago. And we have the video proof, and we're going to send some more videos, because he's got some more videos that he's going to be taking of physical activities that he's been doing that he wasn't able to do.
I love it, Ronaldo. That's powerful, man. Powerful. Matter of fact, real quick, man, I'm going to give it back to you. I wanted to tell the network, you know, I had a friend of mine, guys, that said, take a flying leap.
Yes.
Take a flying leap.
You know, it's incredible, because, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you're in the airport and you're on a plane, what normally the pilots, when they're giving you the briefing, what do they tell you? You know, if the plane starts to go down and the mask come down, put the mask on yourself. That way you can help others. Well, that's what we're doing right now. We put the mask on ourselves, and we've seen the amazing results that it has, and we're just trying to spread the word. You see, we're trying to get as many people to feel as amazing as my dad feels, as amazing as I feel, and all other people. And I'm telling you, it's powerful, and the changes that we're making on people, well, not us, we just introduced, but the changes that these Care Beyond products are doing for people are incredible. Thank you so much.
And thank you. And thank you, Ronaldo. And I tell you what, after you hear this next testimony by Kim Long, because see, your body is designed to heal itself. And when as a child, I'm 66 of this year, and I remember when I was a child, it healed itself right away because I was healthy, because I was taking the right things. Now, by taking these natural nutrients and with the grace of God, our body is healing itself. And I want to thank you, Mr. Alvarez, and I want to thank you, Ronaldo. And I want to invite Ms. Kim Long on to give her testimony about why Care Beyond, why your body is living in homeostasis, why your testimony is so powerful. Thank you. And if anyone else, thank you. Go ahead, Kim. Take your time, Kim.
Thank you so much. You know, Kevin, I've truly been blessed where many years ago I was in a really horrific automobile accident, and it caused a situation called trigeminal neuralgia. And the trigeminal neuralgia ended up being where you get shocks in your face, like cold air touches it, and you wouldn't be able to touch your face or anything like that, and a shock comes across you. So what we found was that no matter what I did, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. At some points, I ended up having what was, it appeared to be a stroke. So that's called Bell's palsy. And then it would come back, it would come and go. Well, years later, months later, they decided to give me a medication called Topamax. They were giving me nerve blocks, and the nerve blocks would stay for a very short period of time. Then they would start working again. And what happened was the doctor said, look, we can't continue to give this to you long term, so we've got to do something different. So they decided to give me a medication called Topamax along with the nerve block, hoping that the nerve would calm down. Well, it helped. It stopped the trigeminal neuralgia and the Bell's palsy. But sadly, I went completely blind from bilateral acute angle closure glaucoma. I'm not sure how to make my screen big because I want to show you the pictures. Is there a way to do that? Where is my screen?
I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to share a screen with you in a second here.
Okay. If you're able to.
Absolutely. We'll give you that capability here in a second. There we go. You should have that indicator there, hopefully.
Well, what I was going to do, I'm going to put a picture up. Can you see that?
That'll work. Yeah, that'll work too. Yeah.
Okay. So this is my eyes.
Wow.
That literally is my eyes.
Wow.
From what the Topamax did.
Wow.
It caused bilateral acute angle closure glaucoma. And you can see this particular one, that view right there. See the shape of my eye?
Yeah, yeah.
My eyes were stuck in that shape for 16 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So what happened was, well, 16 years later, I had a guide dog, white cane, red tip, the whole kit and caboodle for 16 years. And a friend of mine, Chris Johnson, told me about Care Beyond. And said that I've known Chris for many, many years, and he was using a cane. And he says, Kim, he says, I've been taking these products and I don't need my cane. And I was like, are you kidding me? He's like, no, it really, really works. And I thought, okay. He wanted me to look up the ingredients because we owned a health food store and tell him, you know, about the product. When I looked at him, the first thing I was looking for was things that, you know, the average person that had an underlying health issue that dealt with their heart, they can't take a Phaedra, Ma Wong, things like that, that though they're natural, they're not safe for somebody who has an underlying health issue. And so I was looking for things like that. And all I found was nutraceuticals that was like eating food. I was like, no, this stuff is, you know, this is great. There's not any problem with anything that's in the ingredients. And so I actually kind of put him off for about 3 months. And then my daughter had a situation. She was really stressed and became suicidal. And Chris again called and he brought me some product. We ended up giving my daughter the Tranquility. And literally 15 minutes, she's like, Mom, I don't feel like somebody's got a bag over my head trying to strangle me, standing on my chest, suffocating me at the same time. And that was the first time in 2 weeks that she was able to describe what she was experiencing. And I called Chris up and said, look, you've saved my kid's life. You got my attention. Tell me more. So I ended up buying about $1,800 worth of product to give out as Christmas presents. And, you know, it turned out a couple months later, Hurricane Michael hit, and I ended up going up again. Chris was in the picture, and his church, God bless them, they're wonderful people, ended up donating 5,000 pounds worth of food. We were able to feed the community for free for several months. Wow. And 10 days into it, my legs gave out and I collapsed to the ground. And what happened was, my brother was, I had opened up the bottles, the Tranquility and the Theramelt and Vitality, and I was handing it out like candy to people. They were like, oh, I understand you have a happy pill. Well, that was the Tranquility. You've got something for pain. Well, that's a Theramelt. Oh, you got something for energy. I give them a Vitality. And I was just, you know, sharing what I had to help people because everybody was so stressed. Right. Well, 10 days into it, when I collapsed, my brother's like, why don't you take that stuff you've been handing out like candy? Because I literally couldn't move. I was laying on the ground, couldn't even roll over. And normally I'd be out for like 3 days where I can't function. I have to have assistance to get up to go anywhere, restroom or anything else. And he went and got me some Theramelt. And because I had not tried the products myself at that time, and the hospitals had been blown away from Hurricane Michael, yeah, I was concerned about having anaphylactic shock. So I took a Theramelt and broke it in half. I put it on my tongue, and when I did, it was fine. And about 15 minutes later, I took the other half, and literally 5 minutes after that, I was able to get off the ground and start walking. I was like, oh my gosh. So I started just using these like lozenges for my herniated discs in my neck and back. And 6 weeks into it, I told my husband, I said, my eyes are hurting. I need you to look at my eyes. And he's like, oh, they look fine. They look fine. And I went to turn around and I felt like somebody had poked an ice pick in my eye. And I'm like, they're not fine. Look at my eyes. And when he did, he goes, oh my gosh, they're round. Now, remember, I showed you my eyes were not round. Okay. Yeah. Now that same eye, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, is this one is completely round. So, you know, what happened was the product dissolved the scar tissue, and what I was feeling was the iris begin to move. Any muscle you don't use, after a while, it hurts when you start to use it again, right? So what I was literally experiencing was the iris beginning to open and close for the first time. Now, 10 months later, I was able to get glasses and my vision came to 80/20. I have been blind, like in the dark, for the first several years. And then I became white blind with it's kind of like looking at glass blocks, the shower blocks, where you could tell lights on, but you couldn't see past the block. And if you were close enough to the block, you could tell a little bit of movement, but you couldn't make it out. That was my vision basically for, close to 14.5 years. Wow. And so when I started taking the product and 10 months into it, I was able to have glasses where I could see 8/20. 5 months later, I got glasses where I was seeing 40/20, and I was able to get my driver's license again on August the 9th, almost 2 years ago, so a year and a half. So I've been driving for a year and a half now, and the last time they tested my eyes, these glasses, my vision's 20/20, and I need to get new glasses because the prescription needs to be weakened because my eyes are continuing to improve. My eyesight is. So I love these products. They are fantastic. I will never be without them. And, and the other thing I noticed is I took a lot in the beginning. And now that my cannabinoid system is balanced, right, it doesn't take much to titrate it and keep it at a homeostasis level. Yeah. And thank you. Any products that you take, it doesn't matter what it is. I can't tell you that these products are going to do this for you, But I can tell you that if your cannabinoid system is out of whack, these products don't, you know, there's a phrase that says, hang on, make sure I got it right. They don't, this is not evaluated by the FDA. First of all, the FDA does not evaluate nutraceuticals. They only evaluate medical prescribed drugs that made me go blind, to tell you the truth. So the FDA doesn't evaluate that. And we're not going to tell you that these products are going to heal or fix anything for you. However, when our bodies are designed to heal themselves, and when we give our body the nutrients and things that they need in order for the body to heal itself, that is what happens. So what we're doing is we're putting the right gas. If you put diesel in a gasoline engine, it's going to break down and it's not going to run. If you put gas in a diesel engine, the same thing's going to happen. But the nice thing about a diesel engine, because that's kind of our body's like a diesel engine, you can put gas in it, it's not going to run real well, but you put diesel back in, you start putting the right things in, and guess what? That joker's going to crank up and start working it the way it's supposed to. And that's the way God made our bodies. So I want to turn it back over to you. Thank you for this opportunity to be able to share with you.
That's wonderful. Wow, Keith and everybody on the planet here. Kim, that is such a powerful, 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 powerful testimony today. We thank you so much. We thank God really as well to that brought you back from that area. But definitely, without a doubt, we thank God for
And
lovely testimony.
And Mr. Alvarez, I just want to say one of the things that we found out on the testimony call, he didn't mention today. His testimony is so powerful, but this makes it more powerful. After all of this, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, Mr. Alvarez or Ronaldo, that they called him back in and told him he had a larger tumor on his kidney and that had almost disappeared. So one of the things that I say is, you mean they told you you had 18 to 20 months to live and you had another tumor on your kidney and they would never have told you or your family about it, but you lived long enough for it to almost disappear? Now, that's why they call you the miracle man.
Yeah.
And God is so great. Your son is so powerful.
Yeah.
And I would say your body got back to homeostasis. It started balancing itself. And it proved that if you get your body back into homeostasis and your endocannabinoid system start getting those cannabinoids back into the receptors where they're supposed to be, guess what? At least Ronaldo said, Dad, try it. What do you have to lose?
Absolutely.
And Ronaldo did not lose his dad. He's here.
Yes.
Testimony. And Kim, this is so powerful. And I want to thank you. See that thing? It says testimonies. See, the reason we don't come on these shows and tell you about Ms. Alvarez and Kim's testimony is because it's not our testimony. That's the reason I get on the testimonial calls, and this is on the 29th testimonial call, because I can't tell your testimony. I can only give my own. And I have some powerful ones myself, but I'm not going to give that because mine doesn't come close to these.
Amen.
So I want to thank you all for an awesome, awesome time.
Yes.
God is good. God is great.
Yes, he is.
All the time.
Amen.
And I just want to thank you, Kevin. And Kevin, he's an elder in the church, and I tell you what, he's heard some stories, but I don't know if he heard any of these.
Not from the miracle mounds. You're going to hear it from the miracle
he knows is that Jesus rose from the dead.
Yeah, when you hear from the miracle people, that's when you're real excited about that.
And I share one other thing. Absolutely. Because I can speak to this. We've got a young lady who's a deaf mute that's been living with us for 4 years. She's now 37 years old, and she has been deaf all of her life. As of 4 months ago, she's been taking these products now for a little over 2 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And 4 months ago, we had her tested, and she's beginning to hear.
Yeah. Oh.
So, you know, all I know is that we have all the documentation for this.
Exactly.
And these products were a gift from God as far as I'm concerned.
Amen. You know, people just want results. You know, that's what they want. They want honest results and then be able to testify to that area. And that's what's happening today. You know, keeping everyone, I had to take some time out to thank all these brilliant people at Care Beyond, all the, all the doctors and the researchers and everybody who knows this stuff, all the smart people. Thank you so much. And Tim Taylor, the president of the company, we want to thank you so much for your leadership, but definitely thank the staff that puts all this together for us, because I have no idea how it works. All I know, it works. And so we thank God for all the medical field people, all the people who have their PhDs and just smart people that put these formulas together to help get a results that helps people out. So thank you so much, guys. We want you to do your research, right? Kim and everybody talked about you do your own research in this area, and we then want you to join the family with Care Beyond as well. So back to you, Keith.
In the testimonies, we're going to get out of here. I can't tell you where to go, but we're getting out of here. Natural ancient remedies meet modern health science. You know why? Because you are essential. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you so much, everybody. Take care, everybody. Appreciate you so much. You guys take care of yourself. We'll talk to you soon. And if you guys, we'll leave you with this real quick. Always out love, out forgive, and out serve each other. And remember that people need you. Just smile and tell your testimony. We'll talk to you soon. God bless you. Have a great day, everybody.